The following video is not suitable for children 13 or under. So if you are a child 13 or under and you're watching this video and you learn a bad word, then it's your own damn fault. Hey guys, Master Farr here, and I am back with another review. And today we are taking a look at Detritus from Transformers Legacy Evolution. A line that gave us some amazing figures. Like seriously, some of these guys are just awesome. Taking a look at the packaging, we can see the figure itself as well as some art of it in vehicle mode. On the side of the packaging, we can see more art of the figure, this time in robot mode. On the other side of the packaging, we can see more art of the figure, this time for the line itself. And on the back of the packaging, we can see a render of this guy in both robot mode and vehicle mode. But with all that being said, let's see how good of a mercenary this guy is and get him out of the packaging. Getting Detritus out of the packaging, I gotta say he looks really good. He is based on the old E-Hobby Hound repaint, as popping him in right here, you can see it is very spot on to how he looks. This figure is also a heavy retool of the Siege Hound mold, as comparing it to something like Siege Hotshot, you can see that just about every area of this figure, with the exception of the hips and the feet, have been retooled. The figure is also essentially a pre-paint of the Legacy United Hound, which you could only get in a box set for some reason. There are rumors that it's coming back to the Studio Series 86, but still that's just speculation. Taking a look at the painting and sculpting from the feet up, I gotta say he looks really nice. The brown paint they used on this figure, as well as the red and the beige and the tan plastic on the hips, really make this guy stand out, especially with a little bit of gold on the chest where the engine is. Taking a look at the figure's head sculpt, I gotta say it is really good. It is definitely a really good representation of Hound, and definitely works as its own thing as Detritus. I'm especially a big fan of the red eyes and the white paint on the face. Also, because Detritus is a mercenary, he has an Autobot insignia on his shoulder, as well as a Decepticon insignia on the back of his head. Though personally, I would have just gone with a mercenary insignia for this guy, if we're being honest. In terms of accessories, Detritus comes with a gun, which is also blast effect compatible, and a shoulder mounted cannon, which is also blast effect compatible, but only on the back. This is because if you remove the missile part from the gun and attach it to the standard gun he comes with, you get a much larger gun, which is part of the line-wide Evo Fusion gimmick, which honestly was a kind of dumb gimmick in retrospect. Granted, some of the Evo Fusion figures weren't bad, most notably figures like Hotshot. However, most of the time the gimmick was just combining two guns into one. Also, you can put the missile right on top of this peg right here on the back of the window. Personally, what I like to do with the missile is attach the gun onto the back of the shoulder right here and move it up. This way the gun sticks out a little farther. Moving on to Detritus's articulation, his head can move 360 degrees. His arm can go out this far, can go 360 degrees. There is a bicep swivel. His elbow goes just about 90 degrees. And there is a wrist rotation right here. His waist can go 360 degrees. His leg can go out this far, can go back this far, can go this far out to the side. And there is a thigh rotation. His knee goes about 90 degrees. And there is a really good ankle tilt. Detritus's articulation is really good, and it's possible to get him into some really great poses. Also, the figure is compatible with stand ports, which is pretty cool. For the sake of comparison, here he is next to Siege Hotshot, Legacy Hotshot, Legacy Kickback, Legacy Auto Trooper, and my last review, SH Figuarts Anya Forger. In robot mode, Detritus is really well done, and the new molded parts really help it stick out from its original version as Hound. But with all that being said, let's get this guy into vehicle mode and see how he fares. In vehicle mode, I gotta say Detritus looks really good. Between the colors and just the overall aesthetic of this mode, I just can't help but love this thing. Seriously, the amount of retooling they did from the original mold is just insane. It really shows in this mode, especially with areas with how the front is completely different and the top of the vehicle is completely different too. And comparing both from the side, it's even more obvious that they completely reshelled this whole thing. The entire back part of the original figure, which kind of made a bit of a backpack in the original robot mode, is completely gone for this sleek looking Jeep. Even the tires on Detritus are completely new, which I wasn't expecting, honestly. Speaking of wheels, the wheels are just pegged on, but they still roll really nicely. My only real nitpick about this mode is that the robot mode feet are a little bit too visible in Jeep mode. I just wish there was a little bit of beige paint to help break up the brown so it didn't stick out as much. In terms of weapon storage in this mode, the guns can be placed on the pegs on the back of the vehicle mode, which also make up the front legs of the robot mode. In vehicle mode, Detritus is really well done, and the retooling that was done from the original Hound mold really shows, and it is incredible. For the sake of comparison, here he is next to Legacy Hotshot, Legacy Auto Trooper, Legacy Kickback, Siege Hotshot, and my last review, SH Figuarts Anya Forger. Overall, Detritus is a great figure, and between the incredible alt mode, great robot mode, and just the amount of retooling that was done to separate him from the original Hound figure, I can't help but recommend this guy wholeheartedly. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This is Master Farr signing off, and I will see you next time.